25th anniversary, that's pretty massive.
It's been going a long time and it's still going, and 25 years is a hell of a long time to run a comp.
25 years, that's incredible.
Well, it means a lot, like 25 years of one continuous contest.
It's our 25th wedding anniversary, eh?
Oh, it's a huge achievement for the club.
Obviously a milestone for the club. Pretty amazing for a small grassroots event to be 25 years going and getting stronger every year.
Starting in 1996, progressed so much, mate.
It's come a long way, like from the first comp where we had a little tent on the point to what it is now.
It's become like a full-on big festival on the point.
It's pretty much packed point like back in the Stubbies days.
Depth is growing too, like the surfing, the standard is amazing each year, and
It's about surfing a single fin out at Burleigh and having fun. Mate, having fun is half the fun.
It's a great community event.
And it's a great weekend, it's a great festival.
Our tribe gets out and surfs the old school boards. That's how we've looked at it.
It's a highlight of Gold Coast surfing calendar.
Single fin. The single fin's everything, mate.
You know, in 25 years, I hope it's the same.
I really don't want to see it change too much.
Hopefully it gets better and we just keep improving.
I wouldn't want it to be too big and mainstream and just have all professionals in it. I like that idea of having some locals being able to compete.
Gives everyone a chance to surf against each other, from your average Joes to your pros.
A lot of people call it the best weekend of the year, and it's definitely not far off. It's pretty bloody good.
I think the history of Burleigh makes this event the best grassroots event. This is where man-on-man surfing started, and Burleigh Boardriders have really gone on and kept that authenticity in it, and I love the way it is. So many smiles on so many different people from all over the coast. I just hope it keeps going on the trajectory it is and we get to enjoy it.
Funniest moment, God blimey.
Had a lot of moments in 25 years.
Oh, there's a million things I couldn't tell you, but things you probably shouldn't say on camera.
Having my leg pissed on in the pub maybe by a certain person.
So I'm lucky to have a liver or any life left after all these ones.
If you actually win the event, you actually earn it because you've probably had a bender.
Andrew Johns going ass up on the rocks.
Joey Johns and Matty Hoy, when they're here and they're jumping off the rocks. And poor old Johnsy.
He just pretty much had a shocker. He fell on the rocks, cut his feet all up.
Come in with Hoyo's board, and all Hoyo was worried about was his board.
Me dig van, me dig van!
And not Johnsy, who had needed stitches and everything in his leg, yeah.
Couldn't play for the Newcastle Knights for a month or so. I think he got in a huge amount of trouble and was told to never come back to Burleigh ever again.
And I thought, hold on, we're going to get sued by the rugby league here because they got no one to play for them anymore.
Actually, my favourite moment was PR won it, actually, the first one. PR won that comp and he passed away, and then we made it into the PR comps.
There's a lot, probably at the old Gold Coaster Hotel one night after the single fin, and I was walking past the pool table and I saw two legs, pull the two legs out, and it was Bowen, and he was asleep under the table.
A lot of crew sleeping in cars.
Yeah, usually, you know, the boys rocking up hungover.
The old battlers there in the morning, they've just been drinking all night when you roll up for your heat in the morning and they're still there, barely standing, and then they get out and have a surf. It's pretty cool.
The way they try and rock up in the morning and surf those single fins is pretty funny.
Yeah, well, the single fin's got its own little vibe. It's like a microcosm of fun.
If you want to party, you can party. You want to surf, you can surf. You want to do both, you can do both.
The venue would be number one.
Just the vibe on the point and just having it in the lovely Burleigh Heads.
It's just a beautiful place.
Burleigh Boardriders, Burleigh Heads. The mood you get just coming to the National Park, it just makes you chill out and want to have a good time.
It's such a good vibe on that hill on a Sunday afternoon.
Burleigh is built for a spectator surfing. You know, it is a natural amphitheatre, and this one is such a good community-based event. Everyone gets down there, watches, has a laugh, cracks a few tins in the afternoon.
To have that atmosphere right here on the point, it just creates a certain vibe that you only get once a year.
Just the sense of community and the fun factor. Everyone's just there to have a good time.
There's been a few good years.
Probably the year I won it.
I think 2010, when we had the Superbank really close to the rocks here, it was just pumping like 3 foot perfect barrels.
It was just wave after wave after wave.
Starting to barrel and like really line up.
Did Rasta win?
Year that Rasta won.
And it was just pumping barrels, like unbelievable.
A memorable time for me was, I think it was about 3 years ago when it was dead flat, and we still called it as one of the funnest single fins we'd had. That was one of the most memorable times for me, to see the resilience in the single fin regardless of the waves.
It really attracts some big names.
Oh, biggest names. Everybody has Damien Oliver, a jockey.
The best Australian jockey.
Wayne Gardner, Andrew Johns,
Joey Johns, look out.
Sandon Stolly.
And that's just not the surfers. Then you got Parko, Mick, Margot, Kong.
Luke Egan, Ockie.
Rasta, Taj.
We've had Rabbit.
Shane Dorian.
Mark Richards has been here.
You know, it's almost who hasn't surfed in it.
Best surfer to surf a single fin.
Can't go past Rasta.
Dave Rastovich was pretty good.
He just surfed incredible, yeah.
Oh, probably James Lewis.
Probably Bottle. Creed's got a pretty rad style when he surfs in the event.
I like surfing against Laura Enova.
You know, in his day, Devek, Kyle Robinson was very, very good. He was just about unbeatable.
Probably Joel.
Jolie on Peter Lawrence's little hot stuff.
Parko,
Just Porco for sure.
the turns he was doing on a single, it was like he was in a pro tour event anywhere in the world. He was still surfing the same.
That little board he rides every year and just makes mincemeat out of everyone.
Far out. I sound like a broken record saying Joel Parkinson, don't I? But just the way he surfs one of those is incredible. His surfing was always going to suit a single fin.
He's been surfing it like it's a short board. Tiny little single fin board. He was just ripping on it, doing like finners and little airs and stuff. And I was pretty blown away by that.
Just the way Joel surfs a single fin is just second to none.
Yeah, to have it going for 25 years is pretty unreal, and I'm sure this year won't disappoint.